All right, you guys. So salute everybody tapping on in. Like, share, and subscribe as y'all come on in the building. And I want to talk about this situation because I think this situation is wild, man. The nature of the beast of being in that business, man. And this is why I always, you know, feel like being independent or at least having that route is very important, man, because of what this cold world can do to you. To uh, see what just happened with Cam Newton after watching how they did Ryan Clark, and I didn't even do a video on Ryan Clark, but to watch what they just did to Ryan Clark, how you do that man like that on air, bro, like no respect. I don't understand how any black folks want to work for ESPN. I mean, you fire a dude like that on the air, bro. You fire Ryan Clark on air. That ain't no respect. And they've done this type of foul behavior multiple times. And I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. It's effed up. And now you fired Cam Newton. And I thought about it. They fired Ryan Clark and Cam Newton in their cuts. Two of the most voiceful personalities. Two of the guys that's gonna speak out and say stuff. They got their ass up out and they fired those guys, man. That's foul, man. That's a cold game, bro. See, Cam, he was gonna say stuff they didn't like. Also, Ryan Clark, he was gonna say stuff that was gonna put them on the edge they didn't like. So you can understand that it's sad, man. To the brother who said they let go of Shannon. Well, Shannon had sexual assault allegations. That's easy right there. We're not talking about that with the other two guys. With Shannon Sharp, they have to let him go. They don't have no choice. With Shannon Sharp, they have to let you go. They have no choice. So that doesn't count. Shannon Sharp shit doesn't count. He did that to himself. Shannon Sharp would have never been released. He would have not gotten in trouble. If Shannon Sharp would have not gotten in trouble, he'd never been released. But it's a foul game, man. It's a cold game. It's a dirty world, man. And now they just did Cam Newton like that, man. I mean, that shit messed up, man. It's bad, man. It's bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like the way they fired Cam. I mean, the way they fired Ryan Clark. Like, I want you to think about that. If Ryan Clark got up and just quit in the middle of his job like that, he would be considered unprofessional. He wouldn't be able to get work. He would be out of a job. We wouldn't be talking about him no more. They would talk about how unprofessional, how he is, this, that, and the third, how he couldn't come and finish out his day. And they can turn around and do you however they want to do you. Think about this. They can just turn around and fire you right in the middle of your set. Send your ass home. And now they did this with Cam, and I thank God Cam Newton got his own network. And this is why you always get your own network. That's why I tell y'all this, man. I come in here, man, and I got my own network. I've had offers to do big things, you know what I'm saying? But I wanted to always keep my voice. And if I couldn't 100% keep my voice and it didn't line up to what I wanted to do, I'm just not going to take the deal. If it's not the money I think it should be, I'm not going to take the deal. I bet on myself and get it myself, man. Right? And so it's that's messed up, man. I mean, they just, bro, and again, the way they did it to Ryan Garcia. I mean, to Ryan, not Garcia, because he don't need to never have a job, but to Ryan Clark. That's just messed up, bro. Like, you do that shit while he on the job, bro. They ain't got no professionalism to wait till the end of the day, bro. That's some foul shit, bro. You gonna fight that, bro. That's like you're trying to humiliate a guy when you do it like that. You're trying to humiliate this guy. Period. So now when you got the guys that actually speak out, and notice that these guys actually speak out on different things. Cam Newton, Ryan Clark. So now they're out. Stephen A. Snitch, he gonna say whatever you want him to say. Whatever you tell Stephen A. Snitch to say, he gonna say. And his contract is part of probably what hurts these other people. Like, these other guys is getting $2-3 million a year. Their contracts getting destroyed by guys like Stephen A. Snitch, guys like Pat McAfee, right? They're gonna work them dudes into the ground. They're gonna work them into the ground, right? They're gonna work those guys into the ground. And I'm gonna tell y'all the true thing that nobody's really talking about. That's really a hammer behind all of this. This is the real hammer behind all of this, you guys, is the weak ass. Let me repeat myself again. The weak ass administration that's doing what they're doing right now and have ruined the economy. See, I'm gonna tell you something. When the economy gets destroyed, what happens, you guys? People lose jobs. The economy right now is currently getting destroyed because of a war, right? That nobody wants. None of us want this war, except for Donald Trump and Netanyahu and them, right? Think about what I just said to you guys. All these other people's jobs get affected. People start losing their jobs. The economy starts getting out of whack. Gas prices through the roof. Oil prices through the roof, right? The dollar shrinking. These are all things y'all need to pay attention to, man. All these people that's out here losing their job, and all these be the same cats because they be in that upper bracket. They be thinking, oh, okay, I'm gonna vote this way, and then you end up losing your job, right? That's why I always said eliminate the two-party system, man. Eliminate the two-party system, bro. The two-party system has destroyed America, bro. I'm telling y'all this. I promise y'all this. Y'all, a lot of people don't see this, but the two-party system have destroyed the country. It truly have. It ain't just one side. It's both sides. It's both sides. Because listen, even though Donald Trump is horrific, guess what? Somebody had to do something bad enough for Donald Trump to get in office. Somebody had to do something that ticked people off so bad that now you have Donald Trump. Right? Think about people, what I'm saying now. I'm telling you guys this, man. These people, man, bro, you to get done like that, that shit was unprofessional, man. At least you could do that when somebody gets off work. You still gonna pay them for the same. Y'all still gonna have the same type of package that. Listen, this is why I'm telling y'all they humiliating people too when they doing that shit. I'm talking about humiliating. This shit personal. Because whenever you get fired at ESPN, bro, you're gonna get a severance package. When they fire you like that, they're gonna give you a severance package. So it ain't gonna make no difference if you work throughout the rest of that day. It's literally not gonna make a difference. If you work throughout the rest of that day, it's not gonna make a difference. So why would you fire a guy unless you're trying to humiliate him on his way out? It ain't like you're not gonna pay him for that time he worked. He gonna get a severance package. No, you just wanted to humiliate a nigga. And that's what they did with Ryan Clark. They humiliated his ass, bro. That's some bullshit. And now they don't fire Cam Newton. Right? They're gonna have Stephen A. Smith working every job. Stephen A. Smith's gonna have to earn every single dollar he got. They're gonna have that nigga working night and day, like they always did. They're gonna be slave. Like Charles Barkley used to call that out, how they used to slave Stephen A. Smith. He wasn't lying. I don't agree with Charles Barkley on a lot, but some of the things he'd be saying be right. Bro, they're gonna be having Stephen A. Smith out there, John, working like a runaway slave. I'm telling you, he gonna earn every bit of that $125 million contract he got. Because with all these fires, they're going to have to justify this. And think, y'all, when the economy is booming, you don't have all these people losing jobs like this when the economy is booming. When people start losing money, this is what happens. This is what happens. Sick situation, man. All right. And I'm being honest with you guys. And to the person who said that they don't need ESPN, bro, that ESPN money is different from podcast money. You guys got to remember, and people don't know what's going on right now. That ESPN money is very important because the podcast money ain't like it used to be. Why? Because all the sponsors are leaving. DraftKings is getting out of the business. What you call is getting out of the business. Underdog Fantasy. All these sponsors are getting out of the business now. Think about it. They're dropping all their shows and leaving out the business. Y'all don't see them in the business too much no more. So now all those podcasts that were sponsored and dudes getting that big money, they ain't getting that money no more like that. That's why y'all don't see these shows no more. Pete, why you don't see these shows no more? And when you do see the shows, look, you don't see those same logos up on there. So that money is way different than you making that corporate money. That corporate money gives you big time viewership, and it allows you to, use that as a transduit to your podcast and your other shows, right? That podcast show ain't making the money you making on TV, not without them sponsorships. And all of those gambling sponsorships, they don't pulled out. Said, nah, I don't want no more. But to watch what happened to Ryan Clark to get fired like that, bro, that nigga get a severance package. They could have waited. They didn't have to do that nigga like that. That shit was personal, bro. Remember, I did a video on my other channel just the other day talking about how Ryan Clark, how that girl came out. Now, peep this now. There ain't nobody talking about this. That girl came out the other day. The girl of the NFL player, the baby mom of the NFL player, I think he's either former or current NFL player. Now, that baby mother came out and said that Ryan Clark calls her all types of pain and mental anguish with the comments that he made about her on his podcast, right? 3 days after that report comes out, Ryan Clark gets fired on set. Peep what I said now. I did that video on my other channel, and it's in my community post on this channel. Ryan Clark, that girl, I forget the NFL football player's name. I think he got like a Hawaiian name. I think it's a Hawaiian football player that's in the NFL. But his baby moms, right? And she was saying that Ryan Clark was saying all kind of just disparaging things on his podcast about her that caused her all kind of mental anguish and mental distress. And 3 days later, he fired. I'm like, damn, what the fuck is going on? 3 days later, he's fired. Right? Peep game now. Peep game now. What's up, y'all? Salute everybody in the chat. Appreciate all y'all. Y'all smash the like button too. Share the video as y'all come on in. Like the channel. Peep what I said to y'all now. Now, so you humiliate him like that. You don't do it. So they didn't do Cam Newton like they did Ryan Clark. So even if they were, that shit with Ryan Clark was personal. You could tell. You do it like that, you fire a nigga while he on set at work. You can't wait till he's finished his shift and say, hey, bro, look, man, we appreciate having you here, man, but we got to let you go, man. We got to cut you off, man. You know what I'm saying, bro? Hey, you know how I go, man. You know how the business go, man. Nah, they get this nigga in the middle of the set, humiliate that nigga, right? Right? Peep game now. Peep game. Right? Look at all this. Look at all these things that's going on. Go back and look at the comments. If Ryan Clark made comments about the Carmelo Anthony situation, same thing with Cam Newton. Go back and look. See, and then look at the stances they took and look at the stances Stephen A. Smith took. Look who still got their job. So I'm telling y'all, man, it's a messed up situation, bro. But, thank God Ryan Clark they have their podcast going on. And you really got to lock into that because that money ain't the same. Everybody keep talking about, oh, they got the pocket, bro. That money ain't the same. The sponsorships ain't like that no more. You might get different sponsors, but I'm talking about the sponsorships that everybody was getting with the gambling. I'm talking about with the gambling companies. Gambling companies don't pull it out. Why y'all think they pulled off all them shows off the arena and all? Underdog Fantasy don't pull everything. Go look at DraftKings. Go look at all these other gambling companies that was sponsoring these people's shows. Go see if you see how many of these logos you see up now. Right? people look at their check like that. Hold on, this money ain't the same. That's why cats wanted to be on national TV, get that exposure while I'm, using that to build my other platform. Right? But unless you got multi-million-dollar sponsors and shit like that, you ain't getting that same type of bag, bro. The bag drop off is crazy. But go back and look at that situation, you guys, that I told y'all about. Y'all smash the like button, share this video, but make sure y'all go back and look at that situation I told y'all with Ryan Clark. Look at what that girl accused him of. Look at it real close. So the person said Prize Picks is still there. Yeah, they last ones breathing, and we'll see how long they stay up. See if they follow what's going on with these other companies. Right? So definitely FanDuel, all these people. So y'all definitely let me know what y'all feeling, man. Let me know what y'all thinking, man. I really appreciate all y'all that's tapped on in, man. And that support this channel, man. Share the video. Y'all didn't have to come in here. Appreciate all y'all, man. Y'all know what it is. I'll be back in a little while.